welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's been just over a year since I actually started my channel, and over the past 12 months I have learned so much, and a lot of it comes down to beauty. I never really knew much about beauty, so I just ignored it and I just pretended like, you know, I knew what I was doing with what I had, so I kept it to that. My makeup collection consisted of a bag about this size, and that was pretty much it. But once I started YouTube and I started like watching other girls' videos and seeing products that I wanted to buy and try for myself, I've actually learned so much. And I thought that, you know, going into 2016, I might be in a position where I've done it for a year, so maybe I could share some of the things that I've learned from other YouTubers and just products that I've loved and new habits and regimes that I'm going to introduce for 2016 to really take my beauty regimes to the next level, because I've just embraced it so much. Even just looking back at how I used to do my makeup when I started my YouTube channel, looking at my skin and thinking back to those habits that I had then and looking at them now, it's just so different. So yeah, I thought this was a really nice video to make, and I really hope that you enjoy it. So let's get started. Regular readers of my blog and followers will know that I am a big water drinker. I try to drink 3 litres of water a day, and I am drumming that into your skull. I have always been doing that. Whenever I write a health post or anything like that, I'm always like, by the way, you need to drink more water as well. If it's a beauty post, by the way, you need to drink more water as well. So yeah, that's one of my big things that I'm going to tell you again, is to drink more water, because it makes such a difference to your skin, to your breath. I can feel it in my mouth when I haven't drank enough water. It feels disgusting. Also, I can feel it in my skin, like my skin is really tight if I don't drink the same amount of water as I usually do, and it just really does make such a difference. Like, I've experienced fine lines around my eyes when I haven't drank enough water. So, I mean, I know that not everyone can drink that amount a day. I even find it difficult when I have to go to London. There's just no way that I can drink 3 litres a day, because there's never a toilet near enough. I get panicked if I've drank too much and I'm like, oh my god, there's no toilet. So I do understand, but it's about doing your best and always trying your best. So, you know, if you're sat at home, don't have a cup of tea. Maybe, I know that's weird for me to say because I love tea, but have a bottle of water, or do what I do and make yourself a cup of tea and a fresh bottle of water. And you can jazz it up with loads of like berries. I love fresh mint and cucumber. Is my favourite thing to put in water to make it taste a little bit different, a little bit less water-like. And yeah, you will just notice such a difference if you adopt this to your beauty regime. So if you are going to be trying it, do let me know. Another important thing is to get your skincare routine down. Like, that is something that I have really done in 2015. I have learned about so many products, and I've noticed such a difference in the way that my skin looks and feels. I know that so many of you have even commented, which is insane. For you to be able to like see the difference in my skin through a camera is incredible. So I know that what I'm doing is actually working, which is brilliant considering I used to just wash my face with soap. But yeah, I wanted to tell you about some of the products that I've learned about. Maybe I haven't spoken about them much, but they really have changed my routines, changed my skin, so I thought that I would share them with you. Some of them might be old news to you, which I don't doubt. I'm not the quickest when it comes to beauty products, but I do try them and I do see if they work, and I do know if they work. So yeah. The first one is one that I learned off of YouTube. I just kept seeing beauty bloggers everywhere going on about this like something water, and I was like, what is this stuff? I have no idea. Needless to say, it was micellar water, and I've not really like found a brand that I love or anything, but I just keep trying all of them. Like, I've tried the Dior one, and I've tried Garnier, and then now I'm just trying Bioderma. But this stuff is amazing. It's so like cooling and refreshing on your eyes, and it doesn't like sting, and it doesn't melt off your makeup. Like, I do still have to tend to rub. Maybe it's just how much I put on my eyes, but I do still have to rub a little bit. But it's so much more gentle than everything else that I've tried. So this really did, like, it's just become one of those things that I buy without a second thought. I just go into Boots and I buy it. But yeah, this is definitely something that I loved in 2015. Next up is a brand that I learnt solely about on YouTube. I just saw everyone going on about Charlotte Tilbury, and I was like, I'd never heard of her or her makeup. Then I remembered when we flew back from Ibiza, she was on our flight, and I was like, wow, like she's got such presence. And then I actually got to try some of her products, and I used to use clay masks a lot, especially when I had bad skin. Although my skin's a lot better now, I do sometimes get a little breakout or two, and a clay mask is always something that I like to try. And I really like this trend of clay masks that aren't drying, but the nicest one, and it smells just beautiful. It feels like I'm in a spa when I've got this on my face, because the way that it smells, I can just lie on my bed. It feels almost warm on my face, which is really surreal. But it is the Charlotte Tilbury Goddess Skin Clay Mask. I've used this so much over the past couple of months, and I probably haven't shouted about it enough. You might have seen it on my Snapchat, but I just love the way that my skin feels afterwards, and it's definitely a mask that I would buy again, and I just absolutely love. Then my friend Harriet told me about the No. 7 Total Renew Microdermabrasion Exfoliator. You would have seen this in my everyday skincare routine. I fell in love with scrubs again in 2015, so I tried lots and fell in love with lots, and this one is just one that I really like to use quite regularly, because it makes such a difference. I'd love to do it at night, then do a face mask, and then go to bed, and you wake up in the morning and oh my god, your skin is like silk. So this was something that I really did. I was just so glad that she told me about it, and for £11, I know that for No. 7 that's quite a lot of money, but I think that it's totally justified with this product because it's so good. So yeah, give it a try next time you're in Boots, because I promise you'll like this one. And then one for my body is the Body Lift Cellulite Control Moisturiser from Clarins. My dad used to use Clarins on me when I was a kid, so I've always loved this brand, and I've kind of been focusing more on my skin all over my body as well. It does need love and care as well, and this one targets cellulite. Although I've never ever suffered with cellulite, I've been very lucky in that respect, but I feel like there's no harm in preventing, and I like the way this feels on my skin because it's like menthol, so it's really invigorating, and I like to use it in the mornings because it just kind of like wakes up my skin, and I'm like, ooh. Yeah, it might be a personal preference, but I just thought I'd give this one a mention anyway. So now let's get on to a new routine. You might remember that last year Ali bought me my first ever electric toothbrush. I know, that's mental. I've always been really big on like looking after my teeth and oral care. I noticed quite early on that my teeth were quite discoloured, and it just made me very sort of aware of how important it was to take care of my teeth. And so when Ali got me this toothbrush, I kind of felt a bit stupid that I hadn't had one before, because even my dentist noticed the difference, because I stopped getting like this build-up. I used to get like, this is so gross, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna be graphic here. But my dentist noticed that I used to get build-up between my teeth. Even though I floss and everything like that, it's just not the same with a normal toothbrush. And then I was given the opportunity to use like this whole regime, and I was like, this is everything to me. So it starts off with the Oral-B Pro 6000 Smart Series toothbrush. This toothbrush connects to your phone so you can like track your brushing. It also, like when you push, if you push too hard on your teeth, which I am so guilty of, it lights up so it tells you that you're applying too much pressure. You can change all the heads so that you've got like different brushing techniques and cleaning and whitening, and it's a really like technological toothbrush. I start off the cleanse and buff process with the Oral-B 3D White Perfection Enamel Safe Toothpaste. This is supposed to remove up to 100% of stains and any excess food in your mouth, and it's obviously a really nice menthol flavour, so it leaves you with really nice fresh breath as well. And I use this twice a day. This is my like twice a day routine, because when my grandma, who is I think 80, told me that she still has all her teeth, I knew that I had to up my game, because I want to have all my teeth when I'm her age, because she just looks amazing, and I just think that's such an achievement. So, and then I move on to the polish stage, which I use the Oral-B 3D White Luxe Whitening Accelerator, and this is kind of like just sort of a finishing touch. You kind of go over your teeth with this. It's quite gritty, and this polishes up your teeth, promotes whitening. It has a really long-lasting stain protection, and also protects the enamel of your teeth, which once that's gone, it's gone. And then for the final part of my routine, I move on to the protect phase, which is one that is kind of like new for me to introduce. Like I've done sort of whitening and obviously the brushing for God knows how long, but protecting my teeth is something that I definitely need to do more of. And this section starts with the Oral-B 3D White Floss, and this is coated floss, so it like tastes like mint, which makes it a lot more of a nicer process. And this cleans in between your teeth where you can't necessarily get to with your brush. Flossing is the one thing that stops you getting fillings or needing fillings or getting cavities or anything like that. This is the one thing that is the best preventative. I can never say preventative. And it's the one thing that my dentist always hammers me about, because although I try and do it regularly, I don't quite do it twice a day, and that is what I'm going to be doing in 2016, because again, I want all my teeth when I'm 80 years old. Once you've flossed in between all of your teeth down each side of the gums, you move on to the rinsing stage, where you have the Oral-B 3D White Luxe in Glamorous Shine, and the flavour is fresh mint. I am a newbie when it comes to mouthwash. Ali's used it for God knows how long, and I always think to myself, oh, why don't you just use Ali's? But I've never really got into it, but this is something that I'm going to be doing again in 2016, because it's so easy as well. You just like stick it in your mouth, and this helps keep your teeth naturally white and helps prevent tartar buildup and helps strengthen your enamel as well. So it's all about like promoting whiteness and also like strengthening the enamel of your teeth, because that is the one thing that is going to ensure that your teeth last until you're 80 years old. For me, it's regimes like this that really make me feel like I've got like my stuff together, because I want to make sure that I always look my best, and I want to be looking after my body. Like, I go to the gym and I eat healthy, and I have all of these regimes for my skin. I should probably have the same thing for my teeth. So as excited as I was last year with my new toothbrush, now I have my entirely new range, which I'm going to be using in 2016. And then my final thing for 2016 has got to be steaming your hair. Now, I have been an avid user of GHDs for God knows how many years, and I never ever thought that I would see the day where I stopped using them. I mean, I take them with me because they're more convenient to travel, but every day I now use something called a L'Oreal Professional Steam Pod. It's completely changed the way that I do my hair and how I look after my hair. It's so much quicker, it's so much kinder to your hair, and it leaves it with a nicer finish. I've done my hair with it today. I do my hair with it every day now. These are the waves that I created using the Steam Pod, and for me it just creates more of like a voluminous style, whereas I felt like my GHDs made my hair a bit flat. This leaves it feeling almost like you've had a blow dry at home. It's really odd because of the steam. It doesn't just like flatten it down, there's still body to it. I also noticed that my hair is not getting as damaged, because there are some really bad tools on the market that can damage your hair, as I found out. I definitely think that you should consider steaming your hair instead of just straightening, because it's made such a difference to mine. What you have is you have the pod where you put in the water, and then as normal it heats up, and steam is released through these holes on the head of the styler. And yeah, it's just one of my favourite things at the moment, and I'm hoping to do a lot of tutorials throughout 2016 with this styler. So that's it. That's 4 things and products and routines and things like that that you should be trying in 2016. Well, that I think that you should try in 2016, because I've loved them. Let me know if you have already tried them or if you're planning on trying them. And yeah, that's about it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. You can follow along on everything as usual. They are linked down below, and I've linked all of the products as well. So if you wanted to grab anything, they are all down there. But I think that's everything. So I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!